expected to rise manifold as the size of the industry increases. In the mid of March, India, along with many of the economies around the world, were forced with a complete lockdown due to COVID-19 epidemic, which engulfed the entire world and posed a challenge for mankind. The long lockdown that has lasted for more than 3 months now has completely changed the security scenario in the country. The sudden displacement of workers, loss of revenue opportunities, new social norms, new guidelines issued by the government has all played its own role in this. This lockdown has toppled the complete growth expectations of the country and has brought down the complete supply chain systems to a state of inertia. The COVID-19 epidemic has hit the security industry also severely, since it is faced with a lot of economic and social challenges. The mass movement of people has led to a shortage of employees. While the new social norms now look towards use of more and more electronic devices along with manpower, it has ushered in new challenges as well as opportunities for the security sector. The new social norms now look more towards security system segment, which cover security provided through electronic devices. It includes devices such as alarms, system integrators, CCTVs, intrusion detectors, door intercoms, and access controls. Today, in this webinar, we shall be focusing on challenges and opportunities for the security industry post-COVID-19, the impact of the economic lockdown on the industry, key challenges faced by the industry in re-establishing itself in the new environment post-COVID-19, the new technological developments available to us, and how the industry plans to stand back on its feet. I should start with welcoming our panelists who have taken time from their busy schedule and have come forward to share their views with us. I start this session by welcoming Shri Pramod Rao sir, who is the promoter and managing director of Zycom Group. Mr. Rao has been instrumental in bringing about a paradigm change in the Indian electronic security business with a vision that the future of safety and security lay in technology-driven security solutions. Since 1994, the year Zycom Electronic Security Systems Limited was founded, Mr. Pramod Rao has led the organized electronic security movement in India through a strategic and visionary approach in many ways, and in the process also making Zycom names synonymous with electronic security in the country. Mr. Rao also has been a trendsetter, well exhibited with the launch of his innovative concept called ESaaS, Electronic Security as a Service, and distinguishing the company as a differentiator in the marketplace through this path-breaking concept. Despite all the odds, he had come up with a remarkable turnaround story of the group, ensuring that it attains a dominant status in the electronic security market. His vision is to make technology-driven security solutions so affordable that every Indian home, every office, every store, every mall, every public transport point, and every institution in India will feel safe. He is the former national president of Fire and Security Association of India. He is also the former security ambassador for Schneider Electric Asia Pacific region. He has received several national and international accolades as Marketeer of the Year 2011 by Kalinga Digital Media, Evangelist of the Year 2012 by VAR India INC, Innovator of the Year by India INC, to name a few. A warm welcome to you, sir. It's a privilege to have your presence here today. Our second speaker today is Mr. R. Nandakumar. Mr. Nandakumar, with an 16 plus years of experience in electronic security systems industry, he has been very active in digital marketing also with more than 12 years experience. He is the founder of Active Total Security Systems, which was started in May 2003. His company, ATSS, helps people and business everywhere secure their lives and work with the backing of innovative electronic security and automation products. ATSS is a technology solutions provider company with over 16 years experience in the security systems industry. They provide electronic security and automation solutions for commercial and residential places. He is also the founder president of Electronic Security Association of India. ESAI the Association of Electronic Security Product Manufacturers, Distributors, and System Integrators across the nation. ESAI logo itself reflects the association of three segments, namely manufacturers, distributors, and system integrators from electronic security products industry. A very warm welcome to you, Nandakumar sir. Thank you for joining us. I would now welcome Mr. Raj Kumar, currently working as Spectra Fire Systems Private Limited, Business Development Manager. Spectra Fire Systems Private Limited is one among India's leading manufacturers and suppliers of top quality fire extinguishers, fire hydrants, security and safety systems. Spectra's vision and mission is to become globally the most admired manufacturing suppliers in all aspects by meeting international standards and customers' aspirations to technological upgradation, continual improvement, and approach to perfection through innovation, common sense, and creativity. Our fourth speaker today is Mr. Ramuni Reddy, Regional Sales Manager, Southern Zone, working with Viztech Private Limited. He has done his engineering from JNT and has pursued MBA. Prizor is the youngest and the leading supplier of video surveillance products and healthcare products. Its solutions and services, with all its products and services, Prizor enhances the quality of life by providing solutions which are both innovative and beneficial. Prizor has its wide range of strong R&D and its policy to listen to its customers, thereby delivering them the best. Sir, I would call upon Pramod Rao sir to start this session by expressing his views on the impact of economic lockdown on the securities industry, sir.
Thank you, Prasad. I'm sure you must be tired introducing so many panelists. I think mine was too long. And generally, I prefer to have very short introduction. But anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
And also thank you for calling me to speak today.
Yes, thank you.
I guess the subject of discussion today is about COVID and its impact on the security industry. So it's a very interesting subject, I thought, and I was just reading about your questions that you had, what's the future of the security industry and what are the current technologies and so on and so forth. So here is my 2 cents on that. For me, during the lockdown when COVID was announced, the first few days, I think it was time to relax. And suddenly you were at home doing nothing and wondering what to do, how to kill time. But I thought that time also was a wonderful time to re-strategize, re-energize, revitalize, rethink about how your business is doing and what you need to do. So I realized that COVID is an opportunity for us, for the entire security industry. So either you see a problem as an adversity or you see a problem as an opportunity. I saw this as an opportunity. And I felt that the security industry from here on is going to take advantage of it. So then I did a little global search about other companies, what's happening in the United States, because they were already suffering from COVID. I looked at Europe, what is happening in Europe and the rest part of the world. And I could see a nice trend taking place that globally, all security companies were bullish about the future. Now coming to India, I think COVID-19 has thrown a big opportunity for all the security companies. This opportunity is a short window. It is not for a very long time. My guesstimate, I've done some research on that. Almost 60% respondents said that this opportunity window is between 3 months to 6 months maximum. And some said it could be as possible as one long year. I don't know whether it is how long that is going to take place, but net, there is an opportunity knocking at our door. So that's sealed now. There is an opportunity for all of us. The second question came up was, what could be the market size of this opportunity? So once again, we got onto the drawing board and we did some arithmetic calculations. We looked at the thermal guns, which I call them toys. Actually, they should be given to children to play with. And unfortunately, the security guard is using it on us. So we looked at the entire ecosystem about what is being sold in the market. And the number we got was 1 million plus devices that the country can absorb today. I'm not talking about thermal cameras because they are a different category altogether. So when we did a numbering, we realized that the total market size right now for the industry for COVID products is more than 1,000 crore plus. And this 1,000 crore market is available to anybody in the next 3 to 6 months, good case 9 to 12 months. The third thing we realized was, what is this business all about? You know, what are we trying to do? Because historically, we have been selling cameras, NVRs, DVRs, and all those things. So what are we trying to do here? And the answers we got was, here we are trying to save lives. Like how our fire alarm system saves life. We're also trying to save lives out in this particular business. So for me, as an entrepreneur, for me, this is a very social work also, because if you're able to save life and if you're able to prevent people from getting COVID, I think it's a job well done. The fourth thing was, we looked at India as a market and we realized that Indians by nature are very patriotic. But we are very deep value seekers. We are value seekers to the core. And our ethos on price is very different. When there is a need, we overcome our biases. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by need overcoming biases? So we are very biased against China now. Everybody is saying boycott Chinese product, boycott this, boycott that. And we're talking about Chinese boycott. But if today you place an Indian product versus a Chinese product in front of a customer, and if the Chinese product is cheaper, my guess is the customer will go for the Chinese product because he's buying it cheaper. And that's what I was trying to say. He's a value seeker. So, but there is a lot of pluses that one can bring in India. First, you can bring saying it's made in India. Second, you can say that the country that gifted us Corona, please don't buy their products. The third thing is you can say is that in India, all these Corona products are certified by a lab called NABL. It's a Government of India lab which certifies medical products. So if your product is NABL certified, you can go to the customer and say, listen, I'm NABL certified products. Those Chinese products which come, God knows what product is certified. We don't know what it is. So there are a lot of those pluses for us as an Indian manufacturer. Now coming to the real value of COVID. COVID is everywhere, whether it's Kashmir or whether it is Kanyakumari, it's everywhere. And I think for the security industry, it's one of the best times to have a very quick revenue upscaling with this particular problem the country is facing. It's a very social problem. We can bring products, and also with the products, we can bring a social element of saving lives. You know, I saw the market in India of various companies that are selling these products. Sycom is definitely selling, but I also looked at my competition, like Sparsh is there, Vignarta is there. There are many companies. And I was very happy to see that the price range was not very expensive. So it's about 12,000, 10,000 onwards to about 20, 25,000 rupees. So one of the customers asked me a question. They asked me, why will I not use the gun? It's cheaper. So my simple answer to the customer was, you're already using it, but that cost of that, the cost of using the gun for 1 month, the cost of using the gun for 1 month is equal to a lifetime investment of what we give you. For example, you are spending, let's say 20,000 rupees a month for the gun and the watchman. You pay 20,000 rupees to an Indian company, he gives you a lifetime product for use. So I see great value in it. And of course, then we move on to thermal cameras. Thermal cameras again are selling, they're selling quite well. Right now, the government is buying it. Right now, the education institutes are buying it. So while the price is still very high with the black bodies, it becomes more expensive. But there's another whole sector waiting for us to use the opportunity. So that is on COVID. Now let's go to non-COVID. How does the industry will look? How the industry looks for non-COVID right now? I feel it's very, very exciting for us. Let's be honest. We are like the lawyers and we are like the doctors. If there is no fights, the lawyers will not make money. If there is no disease, the pharma company and doctors will close down. It's something very similar to us. What has COVID done? It has created unemployment. It has created people to become insecure. Salaries are getting delayed. People are losing their life savings and so on and so forth. So what does it mean? It means there is a social unrest that is taking place. The poorer are becoming more poorer. The richer are holding on to their wealth. The middle class is trying to fight not to become poor class, and so on and so forth. So what does it mean to us as an industry? It means that the security graph, not security, the crime graph will now take a upward scale. It'll go up. Across the country, you will see this happening. What does it mean to us? Again, business for us. Because there will be more buying of hardware, more buying of softwares. Customers will upgrade their security systems because white collar crime, blue collar crime, petty crimes, robberies, murders, theft, everything will take place. It's natural. When people don't have money, that's what they will do. There's another domain, which of course many of us are not there, called cyber security. You're already seeing so many things happening on cyber security right now. So many attacks taking place and big time attacks are taking place. So I personally feel coronavirus has a very positive impact on our business. It is left up to us how we look at it. I am looking at it very positively. I am personally very bullish about business going forward. And I guess it's everybody whom I talk to should realize that, you know, the human mind, unfortunately, is trained to think in a particular direction because of our bag and baggages, experiences, and all those things. We think in a particular direction. Time has come now for us to change the way we think. Because if we don't change our thinking, we will recycle the same experiences. When I say we are going to recycle the same experiences, we'll be thinking about camera, DVR, NVR. That's what we're going to think every now and then. But I'm telling you, the world has moved from there. I deal a lot in AI. Okay, I do a lot of work on AI right now. And I find this AI business very exciting today. So there are softwares now for COVID, and I'll tell you, it's very interesting software. So all the hardware that we talk about is access control or temperature control and all that stuff, people coming in. So at the gate, all the action is happening at the gate. But what about the action inside the office? Because a large part of the work is not at the gate, it's inside the office. Now that is where AI comes into picture. Just imagine an office having 16 cameras, just an example. There is an office having 16 cameras. Now you want to make 8 cameras AI driven. You want to make it intelligent. So what does it mean? Your outside entry camera, you want to check if everybody is wearing a mask and coming inside. You want to check whether everybody is measuring their temperature and coming inside. Now, when he comes inside, you want to mark his attendance, access control. Then when he comes and sits on his desk, you want to ensure that he's doing social distancing. Then if he's ordering tea, coffee, snacks, you want to ensure that the pantry guy is regularly washing his hands. You also want to ensure that the common areas of the office is properly sanitized at regular intervals. All this is done by AI right now. And the best part is the same cameras that the customer has installed can now be upscaled for AI application. And the best part is the customer does not own anything in this. He doesn't own the technology. He doesn't own the hardware. He doesn't own anything. He only pays for use of the services. So that's again a COVID application. And the one very big thing that is done there is the Aryogo Setu app. The Aryogo Setu app, which the government is saying that every employee should bring when he comes to the work, is now integrated with the AI system. So his temperature is uploaded in the Aryogo Setu app. So there are very interesting things happening. My time is running out, so I'm going to stop now. There are very interesting things happening in the COVID domain. So Mr. Prakash told me that how does it look for?
Yes. Sir, you can throw more light on it. It's okay if you're taking a little time. Because since the topics which you are covering are really very interesting.
You take your own time, sir.
No, that's okay.
Very, very nice topic, sir. Please tell me. Go ahead.
Okay, so so I personally, when Mr. Prakash Prasad, what's your first name, yeah?
Miss Prakash, sir.
Prakash told me.
Yeah.
So okay, sorry, I should have known that. So when I saw the questionnaires about supply chain disruption and how will the market come back, bounce back, and all those things, I said, why are we asking this question? The market is beautiful. There's no need to bounce. There's so much to bounce. And I think the limitation is in our minds. The market is big, huge. And I think every office, every store, every building, commercial or residential, is a customer. Now, when you look at that market, it's humongous. Then government buildings, government offices, hospitals, educational institutes. Guys, you will get tired, but you can keep selling as much as you want, provided you have the right product at the right price, good product, working very well, certified by the government agencies, because that brings a lot of credibility to what you're doing. And last but not the least, a good service network. Rest, everything is beautiful. Our country is today giving the entire security industry an opportunity. And I guess the best part is, this is not something which you can build a business on, because this business model, the day the vaccine comes, I'm not sure, I'm not a doctor, I don't know when it will come. But whenever it comes, in 2 months, 3 months, 2 years, whatever. But on a very different note, pneumonia, for example, has been around for so many years. Okay? And there are vaccines for pneumonia, but every year 30,000 people die. So COVID is going to be there. COVID is going to be a friend for some time for sure. I don't think that thing that we cannot see, the thing we don't know where it is, and we're fighting it, is going to be in our life for a very long time, no matter who says what. So the new normal that we nowadays call the new normal, I think there's a new normal for the security industry also. The new normal for the security industry is that, guys, don't keep selling boxes. Those days of boxes selling is over. If you are going to sell boxes, you'll never make money, because end of the day, the customer is going to say, what's the difference between your box and the other person's box? It looks the same to me. Your face is different and his face is different. You are fair, he's dark. That's all. So your price and his price is okay. Now tell me who's going to be the lowest. Then he'll remove your pants. Then he'll remove everything else. And then, sorry for this, then somebody's Somebody is feeling very happy he got the order, but at the same time he's feeling unhappy, he didn't make margins. And the guy who lost is happy and unhappy, both. So this is a ridiculous business to be in. So I think upscaling of business also is very important on the technology domain. And I would strongly suggest adopt AI, because if you don't adapt AI, we are finished. So there are 3 exciting technologies staring at us and saying, please adapt me. One is AI, one is VA, and the third is IoT. You can't escape this. And the same cameras can now be made intelligent enough, and the cameras can now do work. In fact, I personally feel in the next 2-3 years, if AI does well, at least 30-40% of the jobs will go out. For example, we have an AI engine that detects forged documents. Now, for example, when I go for a job, I'm a salesperson, I go for a job, I'm getting 10,000 rupees salary, I'll make it 20,000 rupees. I'll make that 1 into 2. Now I go and give the HR manager, here is my certificate. The HR guy looks at it, how can he make out the forgery? Because it's beautifully done by me. My school leaving certificate, my bank statement, everything can be forged. So all that the HR manager has to do is to run through an AI engine. He doesn't own it. It's a platform. He sits in his office, he runs that document, and he sees where the manipulation has taken place. And for that, he has to only pay 7 rupees or 10 rupees per document. But he can make out whether this guy was telling lies or the document is true. So again, it's a security business. It may not be a camera business, but it's a security business, right? So like that, there are many things somebody can do in the security business. I'm already in it. I'm thick into it, all these things. So box moving days are over for all of us. I think even if it is there, it is there. I know there are other people, let them do it, because the manufacture is not all about everyday lower prices. So the price every day gets lower. But in the services domain, you can enjoy a good premium. So I would like to end up by telling everybody that it is not doomsday, it is gloomsday. So the gloom is here back for us. The coronavirus has done good for us. So let us welcome coronavirus. And of course, we want it to go from our life. That's a different thing. But till it is there, we need to welcome it. We can't see it. We can't hug him. We can't do anything to that person. But let's use him and make him as a business partner and also prosper from that. So that's from my side. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Sir,
and I would like to now hand over to someone else who would take it from you.
Yeah, thank you. Your wonderful experience about the COVID-19 business strategy, sir. I think many of attendees and even panelists also knows about the benefits of COVID-19. We need to think positively, not negatively. So it's a good thing, sir, what you have explained. And one more thing, sir, I just wanted to know, like, it is already you have mentioned positiveness about COVID-19, but how much growth do you expect in the security and service market over the next few years?
So I feel you leave this 1 or 2 months now, because so there are going to be 2 types of challenges. One challenge is with the COVID coming, the corporate India is going to face a huge cash shortage. So when corporate India will face cash shortage, so they will spend less on capex. So my belief is that services industry, where products are given on a service model, will do very well, because the corporate India may not want to go and buy hardware and spend huge money and say, okay, now I want to invest on that. So that's one opportunity for us, all of us, where we can go and now tell the customer that, okay, I'm not selling the hardware to you, but I'm willing to give it on a service model to you. So provided we have the money to put it. So that's one thing. But net, I feel up to Diwali, up to September onwards, it'll be a little slow. But when the crime takes place and a lot of things happen, the industry overall will show a very healthy growth of at least 50 to 20% on the YOY growth, year-on-year growth.
One more thing, sir. One more question I have. Just when you mentioned about the Chinese product, about the prices was concerned, Chinese is the cheaper product. But people are accepting without quality, and if they are accepting cheap product, then what about the quality and prices? Compared to prices, of course, if I'm selling quality product, then I need to take much prices, good prices. If I'm selling cheap product, then I won't take much prices from market. So the people are accepting quality or accepting cheap products.
No, no. So I think when it comes to China, we have to understand a few things. First of all, China produces for the world while we produce it for India. So obviously, since they are producing for the world, their volumes are going to be astronomical. We produce for our country, our volumes are less. That's number one. Number two, China has, like they say, horses for courses. So you have different products for different price range. If you're willing to pay a good price, their products are very good. If you look at some of our Hikvision, Dahua, Uniview, they're very, very good products. I think the challenge is for us how to match their quality and price. So I would put it, I would like to put the horse before the cart and say how the Indian companies are going to match the Chinese onslaught. So there is a challenge for us to work on. They don't have to worry about it. We have to worry about it. How can we aesthetically produce the product? How can we make the product look as good as what they make? And last but not the least, how can we all, if they invest a lot of technology, we copy technology. So we have to also understand that and work towards it. Barring that, every businesses, every industry goes through a cycle. They also went through that cycle. We will also go to that cycle. So, but if we sustain that cycle, we will be able to produce as good quality like what Chinese are doing. Let the Indians have faith in Indian companies. We will make it happen. Thank you very, very much. I would now listen to the other speakers.
Sir, one more question, sir. It's a very relevant to know. So I just want to one question. So which industry sectors like healthcare, hospitality, or like industrial, or which sector are going to fuel this growth?
Good question. Very good question. So there are some evergreen heroes and there are some new heroes. So I'll first talk about evergreen heroes. The evergreen hero is the BFSI sector. It's always going to be rocking. Nobody will touch it. The second evergreen hero is the logistics, because without logistics, nothing moves. So that's another great sector to be in. The third sector, which we believe is going to do very well, is the legal. Because as companies are going to starve of cash and people are not going to pay, so legal cases are going to go up. So legal markets are going to be another big market. The possible sufferers could be retail. When I say retail, the mom and pop shops kind of a shop, which that could be a letdown. The other big one which will possibly go down is the education institutes, because now training and online training and all those things possibly will take over. But like it always happens, if one sector goes down, the other sector comes up. So I believe BFSI, legal, logistics, gold loan companies that give money against gold, hospitality. No, sorry, not hospitality. The other sector was online. They have so many offices all over the country. So those are the an online training thing. Those are the companies that will make big money for all of us.
Okay, sir. Very informative session, sir. Thank you for providing your valuable input, sir.
Thank you.
We'll now move on to our second panelist today, Mr. Rajkumar, Senior Business Development Manager from Spectra Fire Systems Private Limited. He'll be speaking on the what are the visible consumer behavior changes and how the industry looks at meeting them. Rajkumar, sir. Hello, Mr. Rajkumar.
He's muted.
He's muted.
Unmute him.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm doing.
He's not on the screen.
Actually, I think he is having some connectivity problem. So, sir, we'll move on with Nandakumar, sir. I'll ask Nandakumar, sir, to take over and speak on what the future of security industry post COVID-19.
I think mostly it was covered by Pramod Rao, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Sorry, Nandakumar.
Sir,
okay. Because the known person speaks first means other person speaking is difficult.
Yes, sir, but
Okay.
getting two different people is also very useful for the audience.
For the past 3 months, majority of the security system integrators have not done 1 month of business in 3 months. Okay. Once the COVID-19 disease recovery, more people, new cases, less scenario only, this industry people start getting business slowly. Compared to other industries, our business will regain soon. Within 3 to 6 months of time, most of them will get old business. We are solving the pain points of customer security needs and fear of security threat. Due to financial crisis, crime rate will increase and reduction of manpower, most of them need to install electronic security systems. Once life starts normal, focus on the current customer pain points, how to solve the same with electronic security and automation products. So first, regarding this, I am telling some of the technologies to solve the customer pain points. One is intruder alarm. Before COVID, intruder only wear mask. Now it's mandatory for everyone to wear a mask. To protect your customer property, recommending intruder alarm must. Because if with the CCTV, we cannot get evidence because all of them having mask means it's very difficult. So recommending the customer, the intruder alarm is must. After that, time attendance access control. Now face recognition with the temperature detection used to recognize the person, store the same as lock for future records, allowing the person inside using the door access control system if he is normal. Currently, the price of the product is high, not affordable for small segment customers, but the prices will come down if most of them use the same. After that, thermal cameras. Thermal heat detection cameras can effectively scan and recognize faces, automatically detect the temperature and creating an alert, but price is high, useful for malls and large crowd gathering places. Currently, most of the CCTV cameras are not with alarm input. In current scenario, most of them are wearing mask means, so advisable to go with the CCTV with alarm input. Hereafter, customer need to purchase CCTV DVR or NVR with alarm output will be useful to deter intruders before incident happen because everyone is wearing a mask. Video door phone for residential before COVID video door phone, because the video door phone got familiar in the Indian market only through Zycom advertisements. Sir, Pramod Rao, sir. So this product business is less selling now. This product will sell more. To see who is knocking at your door before you open it. Useful to decide who is allowed in and who is not. So to control the peoples, it will be useful. If you are ordering for Zomato or something from outside also, before you can check who is coming in, who is getting in. After that, the new recommended is gated communities will start installing apartment system. Elevator access control will be implemented to restrict unknown person access. Smart technology integrations can really transform how communities make the residents and visitors feel safer and more comfortable, so they can be at ease. Then motion sensor light. Motion sensor lighting helps prevent burglaries and vandalism by making the intruder visible at startling them. If you have outside lights at your premises, ensure they are on all night and are motion sensor lights. People counting cameras. This is useful for malls, retail showrooms, for door counting, retail traffic counter. This will be useful for social distancing and know how many people are inside, how many people are inside. This technology is coming up in the market. It will give the data of store traffic analysis, traffic flow analysis, part counting, area counting, traffic heat map, washroom management, visitor trend analysis, planning staff allocations, tenants rent justification, shopper journey. These are all comes under AI, what Pramod Rao said. And after that, CCTV iris scanning. What would once you be a rare sight? Walking down the street, it is now more unusual to see people not wearing a mask or protective face coverings, and equipment for many business relying on CCTV alone to identify people. This presents a new challenge if people's faces are now covered. However, iris eye scanners can identify people from 40 feet away, meaning your eye may become your new passport. Home automations. More things people used to do outside the home are now happening within the four walls. This means big growth for affordable home automation, from asking Google Home, Alexa, or programming lights, smart home technology. In recent year has become even more prevalent, making life that little bit easier and more convenient. With this in mind, smart living solutions are now being considered as an effective way to support the elderly and ensure they can remain at home comfortably. After that, to survive in the business, all the security system integrators need to learn online marketing, how to educate and engage customers consistently to generate business leads. And after that, security site audit. Full security site survey for business using video call technology. For electronic security systems, site audit before COVID, system integrator meet customer personally to understand the requirement. Currently carrying out full site surveys with the existing as well as prospective clients via video call, meaning our clients have no need to come in contact with surveyors. The process is simple. Using a video call platform such as Skype, Zoom, WhatsApp, simply take a member of your team through a tour of your site discussing your security comments. These are all the technology, future of the security industry post COVID-19. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Nandukumar, Pramod here.
Yes, sir.
So from your discussion, it's very clear that everything is going to do well.
Yes, sir.
So that's very, very good. Very good. Exciting. Thank you.
Yeah. Can I come? Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Nandukumar ji, as you also mentioned and Rao sir also mentioned about that crime rate will increase. And
yes,
the
sir.
crime rate increase means security business also will increase.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Recently, I think maybe Rao sir, you and Nandukumar sir, you heard about Karnataka DGP. Commissioner of, I think the DGP, he announced on his statement informing people to don't use much expensive things when you are going to outside. So he already given the like instruction to don't use the kind of like expensive mobile, expensive watches, expensive.
Currently in Tamil Nadu, currently the TASMAC has given order for all the security cameras in this crisis itself.
Okay.
TASMAC released the order, CCTV order.
Oh, already received the order also.
Now they are going to implement.
Okay. So
because of the threat, security threat in that places.
Yeah. So it means
because it fully involved with the security threat and fear.
Okay.
This business is involved with security threat and fear.
Okay. So it means not only a requirement, of course, not only in particular state, every state required security devices if they're getting the kind of issue.
Definitely, mostly nowadays if in the lockdown, it's only depends on the police and the CCTV related security related product only. The people depends.
Okay. Can you some elaborate importance of electronic security devices in office segment in India? Can you elaborate some views about this?
Office segments normally mostly now so far they install CCTV and access control, but hereafter what I'm telling is installing the intruder alarm it is must, because if there is a continuous lockdown, if there is no people going there for particular period, so the customer will not know what happened to that place. Because if anything happened also, if the person is coming with a mask and done something means identifying the person is very difficult. So, but if you are installing a security alarm, it will avoid the theft itself. It will deter the person. It will avoid the theft. So it's a must for installing access control, CCTV, and alarm systems, and video door phones also. Video door phones also to communicate the visitors. If the visitors cut, they will get in, allowed inside. Otherwise, not allowed. Like that, it will be useful.
Nandakumar sir, what I would like to know is, since this COVID epidemic has put everyone into houses, and there was a lot of mass movement of people from one city to another. I mean, the laborers and these people have moved, but then it has put restrictions on the people also. So many people fear now to come out. So what I wanted to know is what effect this has had on the security industry. I mean,
Sir,
getting the
what is the thing is, sir, the business is there, sir. For an example, security means the people. There is a people who are normal people, middle class people are not mostly using security. So just upper middle class people are using security. So the people first think about the life threatened, and they need security. They first, for an example, if the person is sitting in a house, they are having multiple offices. In current scenario, if they are not having a CCTV, how can they know what happening in that place?
Right.
They are not able to go there and see. So if anything happens, if somebody opens if there is no alarm systems, if somebody opens the factory and get all the things, how can he know?
So Prakash, from my side, I feel
yes, sir.
While security historically has been something with the corporate world has been adopting, but now their focus will be more on safety rather than security.
Security, yes, sir.
Yeah, it will be more on safety against COVID. So that is where I was just telling there's going to be a huge market both for hardware and AI products in the COVID for the offices. So while people understand burglar alarm systems and cameras and access control and all, they don't understand this part. That's a good thing for the industry so that we can go and get our prices that we want to sell at. And there's one more thing that is there. And this is a very important point I'm making. It's compliance now. It's not about whether I want it or don't want it. If I have to open my office, I have to comply with the government regulations. Government doesn't tell me to put access control system. I'm putting access control system because I need it. But when the government tells every office, you want to open your office, do all these 3-4 things I'm telling you. Social distancing, mask, ye karo, wo karo. So I think the bigger market, in my opinion, virgin market is the COVID market. And if anybody is interested to know more about this market, do write to me personally. I have got lots and lots of data on it.
Yes, sir. You can share your email ID also, sir, in the chat so that people can.
It's very simple. It's Pramod, but only my name is slightly PRAMOUD, Pramod Rao. Pramod.rao@zycom.com, or you just Google and you'll get it. No
okay, sir. Right, sir.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
You have my
I have your email ID, sir. Sir, Nandakumar sir, another thing what I would like to know, since you are into the association also, what is the gap in the demand and supply? Because suddenly a situation has arisen where the use of electronic surveillance devices will now increase. Everyone will want such devices. So maybe in March, most of our markets were not prepared for this sudden change. So
yes, sir, there is a material supply is getting delayed. Lot of the material is exhausted. So there is huge demand because the material is not available. If the customer is asking the product also, some entry level products and all available. But the project, if the customer asking some 4 megapixel, 5 megapixel camera with the 5 megapixel recording and all, so currently the product is not available. So it's very difficult.
Okay, sir.
Once the movement get normal, only the logistics get normal, only it will be easier to do business.
Right, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Rajkumar, sir, are you available?
No, you.
I think, yeah.
You go with Ram Reddy.
Yes, I'll go with Ram Reddy. Yeah, he is one of our youngest panelists also today.
Hi, sir.
Hi. Mr. Ram Reddy, can you share your views on the current technological advancements in the security sector and what are the measures to be taken post COVID-19? I think you were going to speak on this.
Yeah. Yes. So actually regarding for the COVID, legendary speaker Pramod sir already completed everything, covered 100% everything. And Nanda sir also is covered maximum things regarding the COVID and part. And I will speak to about the technology, which is current technology and previous technologies. So whatever said is Pramod sir earlier COVID, only selling is a box pieces. Most of the people are worried about the box piece and price part only. Some X guy saying some X price, Y guy saying is a Y price. Then both will what they can the best means only the end user part, only the price part. So that is a one thing. So after post COVID, no, lot of changes is happened in the CCTV industry. Earlier there is no thermometers, no thermal scanners, and any extra thermal scanners and all. So this is latest they are introduced. No, then lot of huge market is available in Indian market also. Earlier there only see you can check with mass also. Lot of so much business are there. Just thermometer price, actually the Indian cost is at just 1,000 rupees. Most of the companies they sold very bigger business 5,000 rupees also in Indian market. There is a huge business is there, but because of technology is upgraded, the thing is, as Nanda sir said, the logistic is not available. So that is a one latest technology. And we are also introduced except the box pieces. So India also introduced the future market is complete AI technologies, is artificial intelligence technology. So generally people and those people are who is looking for the CC cameras and all, don't go for my suggestion, don't go for by only box pieces. Think that is a huge feature there, and lot of technologies also available in future also with very less prices, not more than prices. Whatever you get existing price, hardly 10% hike only, then you will get very beautiful futures products also, like AI product. Let's example general cameras and AI cameras, how it will work. I will give you just two examples. General cameras, it will work only view purpose only, you can see. Then if you keep the instant of regular cameras, AI camera will give you the extra feature like is objective missing. So there is some, let's example, I will give you a gold shop and diamond shop. This is objectives are very costly. So we'll keep a measurement and particular area, one location. If any objective is missing, so it will give you complete alarm. It will give you the photo. It will give you the mail also is there. This is a one technology available in from AI. And one more also, whatever Nanda sir said is the intrusional alarm system. In instant of that, AI also introduced one more. Anything wearing the mask. So I'm talking about the existing employees. For example, my company having less 100 employees. So instead of wearing mask, so someone not wearing the mask. So when anyone know, any one person is not wearing the mask, so it will give you alert that AI cameras is upcoming cameras having the best technology is adapted with the existing prices also. And one more beautiful feature come up with the line crossing object. Any particular restricted area in the particular location and particular area, So there is a restriction is there. So restriction means anyone is come, so it will give you the alert. So human, any security can cheat, but AI camera doesn't cheat. So this is the technology with human people also cheating is very easy. Human people can cheat very easily, but camera doesn't cheat. So so my suggestion with go for the upcoming technologies with AI feature only. In upcoming market, everything will come up with AI feature only. So that is my views from technologies, upgraded technologies.
Uh, Thank you very much, Mr. Ram Adireddy. I just wanted to ask one question regarding this. What new innovations or technologies do you plan to incorporate as a part of your security solutions in future?
So innovative technologies may see, I will tell you, earlier it was analog cameras. So if you, my career started in 2008, when I did my MBA, then I started 2008. It was in three 320 TV lens cameras. No, it means very
380,
basic camera.
380.
380 and 420 TV lens start with. Earlier it was there is no DVR. We are using only switches, 4 channel switches, 8 channel switches. If you want recording, we have to keep DVR is little bit costly, very costly that time. So there is no IR cameras also. It means it will work daytimes only. Night times anything is happen, camera is not capturing the image. So now technology is implement now available in 0.01 lakhs, means in almost all human people doesn't identify any objective in the pitch dark, but camera will give you the very beautiful color image and black and white images. 0.5 lakhs you will get color, 0.01 lakhs you will get black and white image. So
Great,
lot
great.
of technology is upgraded.
Uh, Pramod sir, are you available? Yeah.
He is not here. He is not there.
Yeah. Mr. Ram, what is the future of Indian electronic security market? Like already Pramod sir has mentioned about the upcoming market is good, but after COVID-19 also, I think the different sector and government also have need to aware about the security and safety purpose. So how do you think about this?
So these points already Nanda sir also covered and Pramod sir also covered. There is a future is lot of security is most important, and they'll come up with any end user and all, not for the box will they'll think, and before past 5 years which is technology come up with the 5 years, they before going to take they have to adapt with advanced technology. That is a good. So in nowadays every any shop, let's like in Pan Dabba too, and big malls also, any companies, corporate companies, this is mandatory for the security. So instead of keeping the manpower, go for the AI technologies is very advanced.
Yeah, sometime before Pramod sir was suggesting like if I have a bungalow and I'm appointed one watchman or security guard,
Hmm.
watchman or security guard, then I need to spend about 15 to 20,000 every month.
Hmm.
But I am purchasing and I'm putting one smart device, then I don't want continuously I have to pay amount. So these are the things I think government also need to take and suggest the people like somewhere apartments in apartments already many builders they are putting cameras, but individual houses even the cost also is not much higher now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you please tell me about this? That the individual can use this kind of technology. It is how important nowadays actually.
See, individual home, the basic home appliances also now available with start from China product. What Pramod sir said is the China product available 1,000 rupees. Indian manufacturer available is a 2,500 with basic camera. So this camera, so common people also can able to buy. It's a very 2,000 rupees is not a big amount. So just a simple it's required for the Wi-Fi, or if required for the 4G also. Now whatever not required with power also, you can keep in jungle also cameras will be available without the power, 14 days working with solar, 14 days it will work. 4G cameras also available. That is very economical price, around 2200.
Without power.
Without power, they are introducing solar power. Solar power also it having 500 mAh battery available inbuilt the camera. It will work 14 days, not required power. It will work. Just only required with sun.
Great innovations actually. Yeah.
Rajkumar sir, hello. Rajkumar sir, are you online?
Make a call, sir.
Yeah, I've called him. Okay.
But anyway, you can complete. You can complete the things. I think he's not.
Yes.
He's not here for a long time.
Just in Prakash, I have to. Sorry, I need to go for another call.
Okay.
Is it okay if I quit? Huh?
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you very much.
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks
Thank you, Pramod sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Nandakumar sir. Meanwhile, what I would like to ask is, sir, I mean, since what is the future of the electronic security industry you are seeing in this current scenario, sir?
Sir, I already told, because what's the thing is, once the recovery is coming.
Again, I mean, I think my question for framing was not exact. What I wanted to know is, okay, since you are in the association, what the government is offering few packages to support some of the industry. And as far as I know, okay, electronic industry, there is a...
No, sir, for developing such a products immediately in India, it's not possible. The entry-level products can develop in India. But the AI kind of things are new technologies is not that much developed. It will take more time.
It will take time.
So we need to get it from other countries only. If you are avoiding China, means we need to get the material from Korea or Taiwan or some other countries. We need to get the material. We are not able to get it done all the things immediately from our end. It will take time.
How is the Make in India concept with regard to the electronic security sector, sir?
Sir, that less technologies can be built up, sir. If it's a AI technology, means we have not, our people has not started to work with for that. So it will take time. Slowly, if there is a lot of restriction to get the material from outside, here automatically it will be developed from India itself.
Sir.
But we have all the things. We have the technology. Most of the technology is developed by Indian peoples only. Most of the technology is developed by Indian peoples only. But major production facility is not available for that. So that's why we are giving. For an example, the COVID testing kit also developed in Pune, but it was given for a mass production in China.
Sir, what about the financial assistance to your sector, sir, by the government?
Governments, they are giving, sir. If you are giving a correct projection, we can get. But we need to give a correct projections, and we need to. But end of the day, we need to major amount. We need to invest.
Okay, most of the costs have to be paid by you, the people individually, while government is giving some part of.
Major shares should be ours only.
Okay.
Mr. Ram.
Yes, sir.
One question has come from audience. What about IT industry? What about IT industry? Like IT, you are getting response and business from IT industry now the lockdown period.
Pardon? Sir, IT industry, most of the people are, most of the company are reduced the manpower, and they, most of the people are doing work from home. So the getting business is somewhat will be less comparing to other industry. In the IT industry, the business will be less.
Okay. And
but it will take time. Once all the people work from the doing work from the office, again the business will be there.
Okay. And one more thing, sir, Mr. Ram.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Chinese products. What Nandakumar sir was told us, like we don't have that much of technology available in India. So if we can import some,
we have people to develop technology, but there is no that much of facility to doing mass productions.
Okay, if we can consider other option like other countries, but so I think the price
each and every part cannot. We don't have each and every part because we need to depend on some parts from other countries only.
Okay, but again, the question was come prices, no prices.
Prices as already told Pramod Rao sir told, if we are doing anything, it's for our country, but they are doing means it's for the global. So the volume is more, the prices will be less.
Okay, yeah, of course. Right, sir. Thank you very much, Nandakumarji and Mr. Ram. Yeah, Professor Kelly.
I think Mr. Rajkumar sir is facing some technical issues in coming online. Rajkumar sir, are you there? I think he is not there, sir. Okay, I will now hand over to Mudassir sir for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasant job to thank everyone at the end of the session. Therefore, I'm hereby here before you to honor the people who have done marvelous job for this webinar, both directly and behind the screen. So, Mr. Pramod Rao, sir, he already left. Mr. Pramod Rao, Managing Director, Zycom Electronic Security Private Limited, and Mr. Nandakumar, sir, President, Electronic Security Association of India, Mr. Ramani Reddy, Regional Sales Manager, Pfizer Private Limited. Mr. Rajkumar is not connected. Earlier he was connected, but maybe some technical issues he was not connected. And thank you very much, Mr. Rajkumar. Spectra Fire System Private Limited, who accepted our invitation without any hesitation. Thank you very much, honorable speakers. My heartfelt thanks to all our attendees, stakeholders, Federation of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and different associations who have supported this, their support for this webinar. And their support would not have been a successful one without them. So I extend my sincere thanks to all our other colleagues who done the fantastic job for this webinar, and you delegates, members, and participants assembled here really made the webinar a memorable one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.